I really find the position of a caddy to be an interesting character, an interesting person. It's like, okay, if you're a caddy and you're telling this professional golfer what to do, why aren't you a pro? What makes
Yeah.
you so special that you can tell a pro golfer? And what characteristics are so important to that pro golfer that makes you go walk 18 holes with them?
Yeah.
What is it about a caddy that
That's
makes him so
that's
special?
amazing. It's funny, man. Got to give my mom a plug here. So my mom has caddied for me at tournaments since I was like 15.
No
And
way.
she's missed a few. Like, I mean, she's flown to Toronto to caddy for me.
You've been in Toronto to play golf?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So she flew to Toronto. She came to Ottawa. My dad actually came when my mom couldn't go. My dad came to BC with me one time. Um, my mom came the last time we went to BC. So I guess I've done 4 ones where I've traveled. So I've been to BC twice in Toronto and Ottawa. And the last time we stayed, there's a handful of guys from Nova Scotia went, and a guy booked a house. It was a sick house, like a mansion of a house.
Yeah.
10 of us in there, 9 guys and my mom. And and she wasn't out of place. Like she's always been a jock her whole life, so she wasn't out of place.
Yeah.
But cooked. She loved to cook. She wanted to. She wanted to cook the meals and hang out. And one night we're throwing some R&B on the TV and dancing away. And mom's half a bottle of wine deep, and everybody's.
love
It's
it.
just. Anyways, but yeah, my mom's been so for me the aspect with my mom. It's funny you ask about caddies because so for my mom, I'm just super comfortable with my mom. She's probably been she's been one of my like almost like a best friend. Just though I could always talk to her about stuff and hang
Should
out.
have brought her.
I know, yeah.
Oh well, next time.
Yeah, she's probably putting bad people away right now. but yeah, no, she's so for me, it's just she's always somebody that I can that keeps me kind of loose. She golfs, so she knows golf enough. She kind of gets it. She's definitely one of the best parts of her game is putting. So kind of sometimes when you need a little bit of help where you can't really see what's happening, it's not a judgment thing necessarily. I mean, putting is, I guess, judgment, but like it may be me and you get to the same golf ball 100 yards from the green. We might play it a totally different way.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily want her. She might play that shot totally different than me. So I don't really want her input necessarily on how to do that shot.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we get to the green. I just can't figure out which way this putt breaks, and maybe she sees it right away. And those are the type of helpful hints she can give.
Yeah.
She's also too that if I get a little frustrated, she just brushes it off. And I'll get frustrated, but I've been pretty good. I've been really good at being able to get away from. I'll be frustrated for that moment and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't had as a kid I think everybody can get a little hot and get frustrated and throw a club or throw a bit of a tantrum. I mean
You've never had that?
Oh, I definitely have. I definitely have grown out of that. I remember playing in one tournament and a guy slammed his putter and broke something in his bag, and it's funny, we walked to the next hole and he was still collecting his things, and he had a caddy there, and he then tossed like the broken club on the ground and then walked away. And my mom pulled me over and she's like, if you ever do something like that, I'll never caddy for you again. And I was like, totally agree. Like he was embarrassing, right? So I was like, I'll never embarrass my mother like that or anybody. I mean, if you were caddying for me, I still would never break a club and chuck it on the ground, be like, hey, go get my broken shit and bring it to me. No.
So the kid made the caddy go get his shit that he broke?
He basically swung his, I think he like 5-putted a green. And he's playing really good. He 5-putted a green. He swung at his putter at his bag. And I don't know if he broke the putter or the bag itself. He might have broke the bag. And he's knocked it over and kind of yard sailed the bag and whatever. Just, tossed the club down on the bag or whatever. I don't want to say he like threw it down, like pick my stuff up necessarily, but he was kind of like, chucked his putter down, move on to the next one, like kind of meet me at the tee box kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit over the top.